Hi everyone, I am back to you with a new video and we are back into interiors finally. I'm finally showing you today an unfinished apartment tour. So basically what it's going to be is a very casual, like not fancy, I'm going to just catch the camera myself and like walk you through the apartment and just like show you the layout as such. And we do have like some furniture, so really like emphasize the unfinished part of the apartment tour because it's definitely only about halfway there. But the reason that I wanted to do this video today is because I'm gonna like do a new series now on my channel from now until basically the apartment is finished. So once a week, every week, one of my videos are gonna be interiors focused, and today I'm kicking it off and it's gonna be basically me showing you the apartment and showing you what's done and what's left to do, and then the things that are left to do and the areas that are left to decorate, we're going to decorate together over the next few weeks. And I'll do like an update video each week showing you my progress as such, so you kind of get to come along on the decorating journey with me, which hopefully will get done pretty fast. Like I'm in New York now for all of June and all of July, so that's kind of why I waited until now to start this series. And I know some of you were kind of angry at me, not gonna lie. I've gotten a lot of messages since we moved in, just being like, oh my god, show us the apartment already, and you know, why haven't you shown us? And I do get that. I do get that you want to see it straight away, but like each time I wrote back and I was very, you know, calm and civilized, but I was just like, look, you know what, I want to like settle in myself first and get my bearings myself and really figure out things and think about how I want to decorate it and like what's the vision I want for it before I bring you into it. And then when I do bring you into it, then we're like full speed ahead, and it's going to be like a series and you're going to see absolutely everything. And as well, when we moved in in March, and then like straight away, I think I was here for a week, and straight away I went to Australia for 2 weeks. Then I came back, I went to Coachella, then we were back for a little while, and then I went to Miami, and then I was in Turks and Caicos. And I feel like now is like the first chance that I've actually got to like sit down and start this series and actually even like properly think about how I want the place to look, if that makes sense. So hopefully you don't mind the delay. It will be totally worth it. You're going to be in it with me now for the next 5, 6, however many weeks it takes to get the place finished. So yeah, get ready now for a new series. And as I said, today's going to be the one where I'm just going to show you the layout, show you around, show you what we've done, show you what's left to do, and then there'll be progress videos every week from here on. Just in case you missed it as well, or like you're not caught up, or maybe you're new, or you missed the part where I moved or where we lived before. But basically we used to live in a 2-bedroom apartment in the Upper East Side. So me and my boyfriend lived there. We actually started off in that apartment. It was actually me and Kaylin who lived there first, hence the 2 bedrooms. Then our boyfriends moved over, Tommy and David. They lived with us for a while, so the 4 of us lived there together for a little bit. And then Kaylin and David moved out, and me and Tommy stayed there, and then I used the 2nd bedroom as an office. So we went through a lot in that apartment. It saw a lot of people, and as you know from the videos, I loved that apartment so much. But it kind of came to, when it came to the end, I was just ready for a change. Like we lived in the same area for a while. The apartment, although it was like lovely and big and spacious, and I don't know, there was lots of different rooms and areas, it was just very old. Like it didn't have, you know, a washing machine and dryer, it didn't have a dishwasher, the appliances were kind of old, like it got really dusty because the building was old, so that means it just gets so dusty so fast. It used to drive me crazy. And then it didn't have any amenities, the building itself. It was a really small walk-up building. And just in case also you're not familiar, so in New York you either go for a walk-up building or a luxury building. Walk up means like you don't have an elevator. You could be on the 5th floor, 4th floor, whatever. You have the stairs and you kind of just have your apartment, meaning you don't have like a gym, or you don't have a rooftop, or you don't have any extras. Whereas a luxury building is somewhere where you have an elevator, You have a doorman, which is very safe, and they get your packages for you. Like it's very, makes your life very easy, I've learned. And I'll talk about that soon more, about like living here so far. And then also in luxury buildings, you get the extras. So luxury buildings usually have a gym, a rooftop, a lounge area. You could have a swimming pool, which we really luckily do have in this one. Like not all luxury buildings have the same amenities, but it's usually a mix of these things I'm mentioning. You have a laundry room, a mail room, so yeah, just all those like extra bits and pieces that you take into account into your rent. We moved in March, which is actually a really good time to move because you can negotiate a lot with the buildings because it's a quieter time and they're really looking for people to come in and take the places, and like they don't want obviously their apartments to be empty. So we were able to negotiate a really good price, and oh, it just thankfully all worked out so well. So really happy so far. I'll talk you through more like how we're feeling here and like how we're getting on basically so far. But first I'll show you around the apartment. I'm gonna just flip the camera really casual, show you around, and then I'll come back then and chat again. Okay, I will start at the entrance, but just before I turn the camera around, one quick thing, basically please be nice. I know it's very easy to kind of judge someone's home and judge like how it looks or whatever, but just bear in mind, like, I'm in New York. It's tricky to find places here. If you've lived in a city, or especially if you've lived here, you'll know the struggle, and you'll know like how happy you are when you find a place you love. So just bear that in mind. We're super happy here. Of course, it's just like a stepping stone. If everything kind of in New York and maybe everything kind of in your 20s is like a stepping stone from where you want to get to. Obviously, I have such visions of like bigger apartments and bigger houses in the future, but this is where we are right now, and we're super happy with it. So hopefully you'll just bear that in mind in the comments, because I know with interiors videos, from my experience and watching other YouTubers that I follow, people can be kind of nasty, to say it like kind of lightly. So just bear that in mind. And then also one thing too, I'm filming in the evening, so I'm hoping the light will be okay. We're on the east side, so the sun rises on the east side. So in the morning the light is really good, but it's actually kind of a gloomy day today. So it mightn't be as bright as usual, but I might be able to pop in some clips of the sunrise we get here. It's so nice. And yeah, just the light in general is amazing, but just bear that in mind that it's the afternoon. So let's get started. Okay, so this is our entrance area. This is our door. Pretty basic. The only thing we put up so far is something for the keys, but we don't really know what to do. Like, we're thinking about maybe doing something here in this area, but the door opens in, like there is a stopper, so maybe we could do a picture or a mirror. I don't want anything too fussy, and we can't really do anything here because I'll show you now, but this wardrobe opens out, so this might stay bare, we'll see. I am definitely thinking about doing some sort of a runner rug as you walk in, just to kind of make it a little bit more homely, because right now it's completely empty. But saying that, I don't want to clutter it either. So that's the door, and then the very first thing when you walk in the door are these wardrobes. So this wardrobe out here, let me just open the doors and you can get a big look. They're not immaculate right now because we had kind of a busy week, but I just fixed them up before we filmed. And first of all, ignore these bags. These are going to charity. I wanted to just like pop them in there out of the way before I filmed. But these are the wardrobes. You'll have seen these. I think I did a video in one of my vlogs when I moved in first showing you, because I had my friend Jamie from her company called Hoarderly, and she actually came over and helped me do all the wardrobes so well, and did such a great job, and it's actually been really easy to keep them tidy. So this is how the first one looks. It's really big, to be fair, and like we could actually add another shelf up here if we wanted to. Like right now Tommy's clothes are in here, my winter coats are here, which is nice actually to be able to keep these out, because I used to always kind of put them into storage even before in the last apartment. Even though the last apartment was bigger, the storage in this apartment, as you'll see, is actually much better. So that is what you see when you walk in first, and these doors are called accordion doors, and they're actually pretty handy. I'm really happy with the wardrobes here. We have two like this, so the first wardrobe is here, and as you can see they fit so much. And the next thing we have over here is this closet, which isn't the most exciting part of the apartment, but honestly, this has brought me a lot more joy than I ever expected. So all that was in here, obviously when we moved in, was just the washer dryer. So you might be familiar, but having a washing machine and dryer in your apartment in New York is actually a huge luxury. It's not very common. It's usually just in like luxury buildings, and it's not even in all the luxury buildings. So having them is a huge plus. And what I've actually learned is that these are like a really new model. This building that we live in, it's only like about 2 years old, so everything is like brand new, it's modern, and these are great. They're just like really easy to use and really good. So we have them, which has been great. And then we also made a little area for our Dyson, so we hang that up here. And then I hung up this kind of thing too. I think this is actually for like socks and stuff, but I made it into my like Dyson holder. Sorry, it's a bit dark, so it might be going blurry, but you get the idea. And then there's our brush back there. On top, we have our suitcases, which doesn't look the prettiest, but honestly, it's handy. They're all up there. All the travel stuff is within them, so it's kind of bags within bags, and they fit up perfectly. They're out of the way, kind of out of sight, out of mind, which I like with stuff like that. And then this area on top of the washing machine is an area that needs improvement. Basically, like, we have the iron, we have stuff for the washing machine, like umbrellas, steamer, there's like bed sheets back here, or beach towels. Like, it's organized, like I know where everything is, but I want to make this a little bit more functional. So keep an eye out to see what we do for that, and also feel free to leave recommendations in the comments. And then we just have the ironing board tucked away in here, and that is that little room. Okay, so next up, let's talk about the kitchen. So as you can see, it's a very compact, tidy, very functional kitchen. And I'll be completely honest, when we looked at this apartment first day, like, it's kind of crazy when I look back because I don't even use the kitchen that much, but the kitchen was the one part that I was like, I'm not fully sure if I like, because this is actually very common in cities, and especially in New York, kind of having this layout. So it's not so much as like a separate room, it's just like really practical and functional against the wall. And I was like, I'm not sure if I love that, but oh my God, 3 months later, and why I'm glad I'm actually doing this tour later on, but 3 months later, we love this kitchen. It is so easy to keep clean. Like, it has everything we could possibly need, and it's so tidy. And for someone who doesn't really, like, neither of us cook loads and loads, so it's perfect for us. Maybe if you are like a big cooker, you might want a bigger kitchen and a bigger space and kind of more separate, but if you're like us and you don't really like mind that much, this is perfect. So let me just kind of quickly show you around. So what I love, and my mom loved this as well when she was here, but basically everything's just like built in nicely, so nothing looks out of place. For example, this is the fridge. Like, how good. I love it. And also, we have nothing in the fridge right now because we're going away this weekend, so we didn't really do a big shop, so I'm not gonna stay there too long. But anyway, that was the fridge. And then you have your freezer down here, again, so nice and like hidden away almost. And our freezer is actually pretty packed, but you have 3 different compartments. And then this up here is a cabinet. I'm actually using this as beauty storage right now because, like, this is crazy, but I had too much room in the kitchen. Like, I didn't need all the cabinets, which was the complete opposite of our last apartment. So I just used that as like extra beauty stuff. There's like PR stuff in there, stuff for giveaways, and they're hidden away nicely. Then the next part then is more cabinets. So this is the one we just kind of keep our food in. They're not like perfectly tidy, but they're not bad. I have them pretty organized. I did this straight away when I moved in, and I'm actually so happy that I did because it's been really easy to just kind of keep it going. Just like pastas, rice, breakfast stuff. This is kind of like our coffee and tea area, and then up there like crackers and other little bits and pieces. So pretty organized, to be fair. Here we have our coffee machine, which I use every single day, kettle, some candles, and then just this plant. Like, this area, I'm not sure if I'll add anything else to it or like even take away some of these bits. Still kind of figuring that out, but for now it's perfect the way it is. And then this cabinet is actually one of my favorites. So this is where we keep like our pots and pans and bowls and stuff like that, but this is the part I love. So this is the drawer, the cutlery drawer. Again, like so practical. These didn't come with it, so I just got all these in the Container Store myself. I think I had these 3 from the last apartment, and then I just got these ones separate. So we have everything, and then I just have some spare cutlery back here, straws, clips. It's just really handy. And we had drawers in our last apartment, but they were much smaller and just not as practical. So loving that. Again, you'll hear me being very amused by small things in this video, but those kind of things make me happy. Then we have our oven, which is actually a gas oven. We used to have electric before, so this is so much quicker. It literally cooks the food so fast. We're still shocked at that. It's kind of a bit of a novelty for us. And then you have your oven, pretty run the mill. We have a microwave, which we didn't have in our last apartment either, so that's been a nice treat. We don't use it loads and loads, but it is handy if we're just like heating something up quickly, or like making oats or heating up a wrap or something. Then up here, these presses are cool. You just like click them to open. And this is kind of where we keep our drinks, vases, party stuff. It's kind of like a random mix of things up there, but again, pretty organized, and it's a handy one because it's like tucked away. And then these are just more presses. They're all the same. Hope this isn't too boring for you, but I enjoy seeing this stuff in people's tours. So we have plates, glasses, all that kind of stuff. And then this is probably kind of the most random one. We kind of just like have a mix of things in here, like spices, some breads, protein powders, and then up here are the chocolate and all the good stuff. Notice how I put them up really high so that I have to actually get a chair to get them, and that'll stop me from getting them. But yeah, good trick if you're like me and you're the biggest sweet tooth ever. So then we just have our fruit bowl here, which again is kind of empty. We're going away this weekend. We have Alexa, which when she came on. We only got this when we moved in, and we love it. It's so good. It's so worth the purchase. Here we have the dishwasher, which I think there's some dirty stuff in here, so I won't show you too much of that, but it's been such a treat having the dishwasher. If you follow me on Instagram and stuff, I always used to say washing the dishes was probably the main thing me and Tommy fought about, so thank you for solving a lot of those problems. Then we have obviously the sink area. I got this in Target, so simple, but it fits in nicely there. Then we have just a little holder here. I had this in the last place, some fake plants, and then this sink, I love it. So obviously it's big, which I really like, and then this feature, hopefully I'm not gonna, it has this thing. Again, so easily amused, but I love modern stuff like that. So really happy with that. And then last part of the kitchen, not exciting, we have our dustbin and then just like different areas for cleaning stuff and all that. So a really functional, practical kitchen. We love how new it is. Has so much storage, more than we need, because obviously I have makeup up there. And yeah, we're loving this so far. The kitchen's actually probably like the one area that's pretty much finished. Like we didn't have to do anything. Like the only thing we had to do was organize the cabinets and just like find places for everything. And I did that like the first couple of days when we moved in. So the kitchen's been the one part that's just been ready to go. So you probably won't see any changes in the kitchen besides maybe a few changes to the countertops. Maybe some sort of a rug here, we'll see. I'm still trying to figure out the rug situation, and I'll talk to you about that soon. My mom is trying to convince me to like not get many rugs because she just thinks the floors are so nice and new and like bright, and she worries if I get too many rugs that it will just kind of clutter the place and make it feel more claustrophobic kind of. So the kitchen's pretty like much done, so you won't see many changes there, but obviously I'll keep you updated in case we do. Okay, and then right across from the kitchen, we have this little dining area. So this I brought from the last apartment. If you've watched those tours back in the day when I was doing that, I think I just did that tour actually about maybe a year and a half ago. But basically we brought the table and chairs, I had it measured it out and stuff, and it fit in, so I figured, you know what, why not? We brought the same rug, and then we brought this gallery wall. But gotta say, on the fence about the gallery wall. We're just not 100% sure it's right, and same goes for the lamp. When my mom was here, she was like, that lamp, it just has to go. But I'll talk about this more, but I feel so guilty because I have all these things from the last apartment, and you know, I got them and they worked well and there's nothing wrong with them. So I just brought as many things as I could, because obviously it's just to save a bit of money and save like time for looking for things. But you might experience this too, or you might have experienced it. Sometimes things just don't work as well in a new place as it did in your old place. So we're just trying to figure out what to keep and what to let go. But for now, it's a cute little area, works nicely. But I think instead of this gallery wall, we're gonna do a mirror, like a really big mirror. The only main problem here is that this is covering this picture. I'm not going to touch it too much, it's going to fall because it already fell on me earlier today. But this is where the fuse box is, so that's why I have that big picture there. But I'm thinking if I can get some sort of a mirror that like fills most of the space. I did see one on CB2. I'll pop in a picture on the screen and let me know what you think. I'll pop in like an inspiration picture. That could maybe work, and then we can get rid of the lamp. Maybe I could sell that on or put it into storage, or I'll figure something out. And then I think it would like open up the space to having a mirror, because I don't know, like let me know what you think about the gallery wall. I just don't know if it's right, because the proportion, because this picture has to be so big to cover that fuse box, and yeah. Gallery walls, never easy. So stay tuned for updates on this little corner. Sometimes we use this corner to work, me and Kaylin, if we're like shooting videos down here, or if we're doing kind of more stuff we need to be in the apartment. And me and Tommy actually do eat at this table a lot. We didn't use it that much in the last apartment, so we're happy to have it here and actually getting good use out of it here. Okay, and then moving on to the main living area part, and full disclaimer, this is the part of the apartment that needs some major work. But let me just go from the other side, because as you can see, it's so bright coming in, so you'll get a better way. Okay, so we'll start with this little area. First of all, real life. This is stuff I need to find places for, and I wanted to show you in this video because you'll see the progress. Like, I have to find a place for my computer. These are blankets that we use all the time, like when we're sitting on the couch, and I want to get a little maybe basket, like a cute one for the blankets that we can put in. And then other stuff in here is just random home stuff that I need to find homes for. So figured I would leave it there and show you, because that's real life and we have to sort that corner out. But anyway, this couch area, so we got the couch from a website called Article. We really like it. I think it arrived like 5 days after we ordered, which was like the main great thing about it. It's like an off-white color. It's been pretty easy to keep clean. We always do have the blankets when we're sitting down, just in case. And I recently got these two little cushions, still kind of like on the fence, just kind of testing them out at the moment and seeing how I like them. And I might do a blanket. I actually saw a Dior blanket yesterday that I want so bad, but it's very expensive, so I'm gonna have to like have a little think about it. But anyway, that's what we are working with right now. Big thumbs up for the couch so far. I'll link it down below in case you're on the search. We have the picture from the old apartment, and then I also did bring the lamp, but unfortunately I just don't think it's working. It's too big for the space, and I was chatting on Insta stories about this a while back, and I think that it probably will go. And instead I'll pop in some inspiration pictures to kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. But I think instead I'm going to do side tables and lamps instead, because to be honest, it's actually very bright at nighttime, and I prefer when it's more of like a dim like feel in the living room, and then during the day it's so bright in here that you don't need a light on. Yeah, I'll keep you updated on that side of the room. And then Other side of the room we have the mirror from our last apartment. Love this. This was in the office before. Definitely going to keep it. I like that it's like next to the window, because when I'm taking like outfit pictures and stuff, oh, so glam today. Not. I'm like glam from like here, my makeup, and then the rest of me is very casual, but just trying to get a lot done. But I'm going to keep this. Maybe we'll move it around. We'll see how that goes. Want to get a few nicer bits for this area here, and then this disaster zone. Oh, this is the part that needs a lot of work. So this was our old coffee table. We didn't have a media unit, like a dresser for the TV in our last apartment, because we had it on the wall, so we didn't bring anything with us. And I've been searching and searching for one that I like, and I still haven't found one, so that's why this little makeshift situation is happening. But that hopefully will happen very, very soon, and I'll vlog like when I'm looking for things, and I'll show you the options, and maybe you can help me decide. And then coffee table wise, I think I want to get something more like rectangle, a little bit tidier. This, like, it is quite big and bulky. I do love it. It's like a marble, a faux marble with like gold legs, and I love this coffee table. I really liked it in the last apartment, but again, it's one of these pieces that I don't know if it's perfect for this space, so I'll keep you updated on that. And in relation to the rug situation, as I talked about, I have to figure out if we're going to do maybe like a small one or one that covers it. Like, it would be nice to kind of separate off the area, seeing as it is kind of all one big room and has like different sections in it. But we'll see. Let me know what you think. And this would be the room now that will have the biggest transformation, hopefully. I actually thought it was going to be a huge change, like going from having a separate sitting room and separate kitchen and separate dining area at my last apartment to kind of having them all in one room. But honestly, again, I've shocked myself in the fact that we love it. Like, we love having everything kind of close together in a way. Is that weird? Like, I always thought that I wanted them all separate, and then I was like, oh, it's going to be a huge adjustment. Like, how are we going to do this? It is perfect. Way easier to keep clean, way easier to like hoover, keep tidy, and you still have your areas to decorate. So I think once we get the living area done now, it will really kind of like section off the room even more so, and we can kind of bring different character to each part, but still have them like cohesive. So that's this area, and now I'll show you the bathroom and the bedroom. Okay, so next up is our bathroom, and I actually have shown this, I think, in one of the earlier vlogs when I moved in, and I don't think too much has changed, but let me just give you a quick look in case you haven't seen that anyway. So it's a bath shower, which is nice to have the option. Then we have our sink, which again, really lovely and clean and modern. Much better than the last apartment, so we're liking that. And then I just added in these little soaps and hand cream. I got these in And Other Stories actually at the weekend. I really like them and they smell lovely. We have our toothbrushes here, and then this is great because it opens up, and this is like my little skincare heaven situation going on. And I love skincare, so it's great to be able to actually see everything and like test out different things at nighttime in the morning, and then same with like hair and things like that. So that's been really handy. I'm gonna have that in every, if I ever build a house in the future, like an apartment or whatever, 100% adding in something like that. And then under the sink, I recently actually added in this kind of storage system. So basically we got this, as you can see, this like silver thing, but it's really handy because, I don't know, this is probably, I'm assuming it's kind of everywhere, but this sink thing, this gets in the way, so this actually fits perfectly around it and has like all these little sections that you can put things on, so you just utilize the space much better. And then this is kind of like our medicine box, where we have like painkillers, tablets, all that stuff, so we kept that here. So this area, I don't know if I'm 100% happy with it just yet, but for now it's very functional and practical, and we can fit a lot in there, so happy with it for now. But you'll see if I make any changes, I'll let you know. And then we also added in this silver thing above the toilet as well. We got this in Target. It was actually really inexpensive, and it's just handy for like the extra towels, little bits like this, and then you can kind of bring in a tiny bit of decoration. I just popped these two things here because I had them. They might change. Still trying to figure out like what, maybe if I want to bring a color into the bathroom or like add something. Right now it's pretty like white, which I do love, and I love like a very clean and simple and chic bathroom area. But I'll see, I might bring in a pop of color somewhere and like add in a bit of decoration here. But for now, that's the bathroom. Not that exciting as I said, but lovely and modern and new and clean, which as you can probably guess, I'm very happy about. Last but not least, our bedroom, which I would say is about 60% done. So I'll give you a quick look. So here we have the second wardrobe, and I'll open that in a minute. I'd have to just like go to the other side so I can show you, but we have the wardrobe, and then I just added in this really simple rail just for like kind of bits I want to grab like day to day. I've kept it like very white and neutral, so just my basic pieces. And when I'm in New York, I tend to wear like a lot of white and creams and neutrals in the summer, so this is kind of like my New York-y rail that I grab every day. And then I keep like my more colorful stuff like for travel and other little bits and pieces in this wardrobe. Walk to this side to show you because it's too close. So yeah, this is where I keep the rest of my stuff. On top right now I have my bags, even though I'm half thinking about adding another shelf over here and putting my like designer bags on that, but I'll also keep you updated on that. But bags, hats, trousers, tops, blazers, and then these are my dresses. And right now this big white box is like some winter stuff that I didn't have room to hang up, and I just had to put them in here. So that doesn't look very pretty. I'm gonna see if I'll actually be able to like maybe lie it flat instead at the bottom, because some of these dresses are long. But I'll see. Right now it's actually great. I fit loads in this wardrobe. I'll just close these up and then I'll show you the last few bits of the room, and then we're getting there. And then the rest of the room, we have our bed from the last apartment. Things that need to be done. We need to add in maybe like some pictures above the bed, possibly some side tables. This lamp, kind of on the fence about it, but we'll see. Right now it's our only light in here because New York, no ceiling lights, what's new? So we have that in there right now, but I'll see how we change this around and I'll let you know. Then we have the shoe wall, which you would have seen in other videos that I did, and oh, I just love how this turned out. So simple, so easy, but just so effective. Then over here we have my makeup area, which is my old office desk. It fits all my makeup. Foundations, we have lipsticks, liners, blushers, and then this is like all eye stuff like shadows, mascaras, everything. So I couldn't actually believe that it fit everything that I need, but it did. I just got these like kind of clear containers to put everything into, and honestly I did not believe Tommy when he told me that he thought that this desk would fit into this little corner. I did not believe him, but I love how it turned out. But I can look out in the morning and on the sunrise, and like I have such a nice view while I'm doing makeup. It's one of those things that I kind of always dreamed about having. And I just added in this chair from our last apartment as well. So yeah, this area kind of surprised me, but I'm happy with how it turned out. I just have to get a mirror and like add a few other little bits and pieces, but I definitely don't want to clutter it. And then this corner over here, right now it's kind of a mess, if I'm being very honest. This needs work. Chair from our last apartment, mirror from our last apartment. I ordered some pampas grass, so I want to get a nice like vase for these and kind of make that the corner piece. And then I do have my jewelry up here, but I don't know, I need to figure out what to do with that. Like if I should get rid of the chair and maybe get like a small drawer unit, and then I don't know, maybe put the mirror up here. Have to figure this out, so bear with me with this corner. And then this pillar, which I actually hated at the beginning, but I've really grown to like it. It kind of separates these two sections, which is nice, and it kind of, I don't know, gives it a bit of organization. But I think that we will add maybe a long mirror here because we don't have any in the bedroom, and it will be handy. The bedroom's actually been our favorite. I think we just love how bright it is, and we're literally sitting in the bed in the morning at like 6 o'clock. Tommy gets up around 10 to 6, so I wake up then as well, and you can see the sunrise. And I'll try and pop in a clip if I get it before this video goes live, but you can see the sunrise. It's really bright. It just feels, it feels very healthy, if that makes sense. Like, it's a very open, like bright, healthy like vibe in here, and that's why I don't want to clutter up the room too much with like too much more, but it does need to be finished, if that makes sense. Like, I do need to add the finishing touches, like pictures, maybe side tables, maybe get rid of this lamp, or else like push it more into the corner. It just needs those like last little touches. So I'll keep you updated on it, like things I'm buying, and I'll talk you through the process. Like in each of the videos coming up, I'll basically be talking to you about some some element of decorating, and I'll show you when the new rail comes too. It looks really nice. I found it on Etsy, and that is the apartment. So yeah, that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the apartment. I'm gonna try and get some cutaways now and pop them in here of our rooftop, our pool, our gym, and like lounge area. As I said earlier, I think I mentioned this, but we love having them. Like, we've definitely, like, it's been a big upgrade for us to have them, and it's such a nice luxury. And like, I never, when I moved here, like I dreamt about having amenities like that, you know. I couldn't even imagine getting to that place. So it's nice to actually have them now, and to pop upstairs to the gym in the morning, and then have the lounge to work from, and then we have a freaking pool in the summer. That's like one that we still haven't got over. It's still a huge novelty. And then the rooftop for the evenings if we have friends over. Just very grateful to have that part of the building. And I think I mentioned this, but like the main reason we did go with this apartment in the end was because we adored the building. We found this building, we looked at so many other ones, as you saw in the videos when I was doing all the apartment hunting. And you know, some of the apartments, like, they might have been bigger or nicer or different layout or whatever, but then the building, it was just not really worth the money. Like, it was missing a gym, or didn't have a lounge, or you know, maybe the light wasn't as good or whatever. So there was kind of always something in the other places, but this one just ticked so many boxes, and all the things we were looking for: good light, like modern amenities, you know, nice, good space, like obviously not too big, but still everything that we need, we have it, like good storage. It just ticked them all. And we were actually in between this apartment in this building and another apartment, which was a little bit bigger, but it faced a building and had like not that much natural light. And I am so happy we went with the smaller one in the end. Like, it does all work out in the end. You kind of have to just go with your gut. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling because I've talked for so long in this video. I hope it's not too long. Hope you enjoyed seeing it. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or let me know what you think, and I will see you next week for the next episode. Not sure what we're going to be talking about in that yet, but hopefully I'm going to order some stuff, and I have ordered some stuff already, so I'll give you updates each week and kind of bring you along, and hopefully you'll really enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.